Morning. Right, my new mission. As you all know that, well, first of all, morning everybody, around the world everybody. Yeah, nice to see sun shining, cold but sun shining. The sun is getting warmer, so it's a good sign. As you can see, I've just got this on, but I'm not going to be walking the streets. This cough I've got, I was going to go to the doctor's today, but I've chose not to go because I sort of, after looking more into it on the internet, and I've had this cough, I've had it reoccurring from, like I said to you, since I was around 27, 28. And like I said to you in one of the old videos, I got really bad flu at my dad's workplace, and I chose to go to work, which was a stupid idea, thinking trying to be a hero. It didn't work out because I actually sort of nearly fainted. But when I got this flu, it's bad influenza, I started to get this coughing problem, which I've got now. And it's a reoccurring problem. It's nothing much permanent. Sometimes it can go away. Sometimes I don't have it for about a year, and then sometimes I can get it like I've had it so reoccurring this since end of summer. I think the longest I got rid of it was for about 3 weeks, and they just come back. So I've had all that. Every time I've been ill, so I can't breathe. You got to excuse me when people say about talking, I cannot breathe. I've got this that bad. It's horrible. When you know when I cough that bad and that strong, it's like my oxygen comes away from my brain. I can't see nothing. I have to grab hold of something and try and concentrate. It's terrible when you're driving. This is why, you know, when I had it bad when I was working, I couldn't get to work. I can't do that with 44-ton lorry when I did, because I was really coughing once. Antibiotics took it away. No. I've not gone to a course of antibiotics. I had some spare what were left over, but I think it was only about 4 tablets. Horrible. Just cannot breathe. Right, so I've been looking into it online and everything about asthma, because I think, once with my own doctor I had in England, I think it was Dr. Carr, my local town. She gave me one of these. It wasn't a normal inhaler, like a pump spray for asthma. What you do is you just go, if I do it, I'm going to start really coughing. You suck in and you make like a whistling noise. And what do? Because there's so many different variants in there of these things for your asthma. And what do? It opened my lungs up and I was fine. And then I had to calm down from the coughing. You've got to excuse me. I'll tell you what, I'm half the man I used to be before I came here in 2016. I'll tell you what I used to do, and I'm getting cold now. And this is where I'm going to get to in a minute. I used to do 20 minutes exercise every other day, body weight. Also, on the other odd day, so every other day I do 20 minutes exercise, and sometimes I didn't used to do it on weekends. I used to have a life off because I was doing it. It's when I finish work, you see, mainly when I finish work. So I wanted to try and keep myself active. And I mean, I've always liked it. I'm not a gym person. I'm just not a gym person. There's no problem. I think any form of exercise, weights, anything, it's all good for you. It's all good for you. Yeah, I'm not into any of the drugs. That's your choice. You want to take steroids, whatever you want to do. You want to pump yourself up, or you want to do what you do. It's going to send you crazy. That's your choice. You do whatever you need to do, but your form of exercise. If you're not happy the way you look in yourself, and you want to walk down the street blown up like an hot air balloon, you do that. I've got no problems with it. Do it, but don't be shoving in people's. When I say shoving in people's faces, don't be acting leery with it. It don't make you hard. But I will admit, steroids just send you crazy. I worked with somebody, an MMA fighter, the one I nearly had a fight with. We almost got into a fight, and he was on loads of juice, loads of it. Yeah, he wanted to fight me. I don't know why people want to fight me. I have no idea. I must give. Do I have that aura? Because I don't think I don't look that type of person who just wants to have fights with everybody. I mean, anybody who knows me, I'm more like to have a laugh and a giggle than I can be serious. Of course, I can be serious. But getting off that, right? That's up to you. How you feel, how you want to be yourself. If you're not happy with the way you look, I don't need to do like much exercise. Like I've said to you in one of my videos, it gets me on my stomach, and if I did put weight on, face and stomach, that's the worst places. I ain't got fat legs, I ain't got fat shoulders, I ain't got fat arms, nothing else. It's just belly. Of course, yeah, because I've got a chest, I've not got a pigeon chest, I've got a proper pecky chest. I've always had, which I'll do a video of my life as a child growing up, and you'll see me. I've never ever had a pigeon chest. I've never been whimper. I used to be slim fit. But I've never been a gym person. But there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like to do like running on the street, or you don't like to do body weight exercises, a lot of people don't like to do body weight exercises, you don't like doing that, and you're content, it's not that I've got weights, but if I use the weights, I just do flies with them, like I bend over flies. So all I'd probably do with it and do some, just like similar to body weight, but I don't go crazy on it. But mainly I do body weight. I used to always do body weight, 20 minutes, and then set my time at 20 minutes finish. Well, I'm off now, right now, because of this asthma, and I've been in the house so much, and since 2016 I've not done any form of exercise. I don't work. I can't really walk the dogs here, especially Mesochar, or take them if further afield near the Tissa, because I walked. I don't know which dog I walked. You see how bad I am. God, I feel sorry for me. It's horrible. I feel like I'm going to die sometimes at night, you know. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was bad. No, I've just drove and I could see loads of dogs staining on the road. An animal, big animal. I don't know what animal. I didn't want to even look in the side because I didn't have time anyway. Big animal's been hit. The absolute road was covered in giblets, and not that you want to know this, and absolutely thick blood all over the road. See, they're idiots because there's too many wild animals here, and plus dogs. They don't give a shit in this country. Oh, what I'd love to be back in England. Oh, how I'd love to be back in England. Not because this country's not nice, because of the people. But anyway, because this asthma is getting so bad, it is asthma. What it is, it's called, is it like a reoccurring asthma coughing problem? I think it's what you call a reoccurring cough. I'm not trying to be an idiot. I think it's like reoccurring cough asthma. Right, if you put that and Google it, you'll see what it is. And it's exactly. does say, do you get some fluid coming up? Now, yeah, I do, like clear spit, not bacteria, not green, not brown. I don't get any of that. It's just clear spit. But it is a bit like fluidy. It is. It's a bit sticky. No, I'm not being trying to be horrible. But it can be because you're coughing that much. You're like gurging your lungs. But you see, I just can't breathe. So what I'm thinking, I mean, I'm not half the man I used to be. I'm nothing like I used to be. You can see I'm dead highly strung now. Because, you know, with my illness, exercise is fantastic. You know, I used to go for a run, you know. I used to come back, I used to feel great, get a shower, get in the bath. I used to feel lovely. And I would say, I think, I'm not going to say 23 minutes because I'm not sure. But I was doing around 5k. I was definitely doing 5k in around 30 minutes or below. Now, I'm not in no competition. I was a bit of a competition with myself, but I had good days and bad days. See, I've just gone really dizzy. Terrible. You're just like a tickle. You just can't breathe. You just can't stop coughing. Please, I know it might sound funny. It's absolutely horrible. That's why people think I'm so unfit. I'm not a big fat guy, am I? But what it is, I'm going to Sports Direct now, and I'm going to get myself some good, decent running clothes. I've looked at some Under Armour, some proper running clothes to set up my beautiful legs. No funny, don't start saying storm, like the storm's here. And some shorts and some like proper winter. Some problem is, I'll get that, and summer will be here dead quick, because once spring comes here, it's warm. It's in the mid-20s. But that doesn't matter, because I still need some shorts, new shorts, for running, that is. And when I'm at the other house, I can run up and down the fields, or I can do some nice runs around the area. Tottenham. Even gonna drive out to the Bollerton 40 minutes away, half an hour away, have a nice run around the Bollerton. Just in my little shorts. But I'm thinking, instead of going to the doctors, I'm going to try and get fit, get out of the house, get loads of fresh air. Now, you have to be very careful in winter. Especially when it's minus. Not good to be breathing in really, really cold, freezing air. So when I used to run in winter, I used to have one of my grey scarves. I used to put that right sort of, not dead tight on my mouth, but loosely on my mouth. I mean, now you can wear masks, can't you? There's loads of masks. But I used to keep me warm because it is cold. It is cold now, minus. And I'd breathe in, but it stopped that cold air from penetrating my lungs, breathing it in. But what I'll do is, I'll take my action camera, I can hold it, do some running and talk to you, let you have a look around where I'm running to, and everything. The plan is, I'm going to go back to my 5k run. I'm one of these people who, if I say I'm going to do 5k, I'll do 5k. Now I use Runkeeper, I've just put it back onto my phone last night. Obviously I deleted the app because I wasn't doing any exercise, it was just taking up silly space on my phone. But I downloaded it again, and Runkeepers it's really accurate. You have to obviously do your GPS and everything, you need to put that on, you get the GPS set on it. And what you can do, you can set it at intervals for when it needs to be like talking to you. So what I'll do is, I'll do it at a like around 2.5k, 3k say, and then I'll know that when I do that 3k or 2k, I know how far to go back. But it doesn't matter if I go over 5k, I'm just saying. But what I'll do is I'll stick to the 5k, and I know that I won't be able to run the 5k unless I'm running really, really, really slowly and breathing. So what what I used to do when I first started running. I'd run and then walk. No, don't try and kill yourself. And then I'd walk. And then they know eventually I might do it. It might take me 40 minutes. It might take me 35 minutes at first, because I've not done it for so long. But eventually, you don't walk, and then you'll do the run, and then you might get a beer stitch or not. You have to be careful what you're drinking and how much you're drinking, if you're taking fluids. I'd only have sips. You have to be ever so careful with this strong coughing. You can bust arteries and all sorts in your lungs. Terrible. So you just get used to it, and eventually you go running and you think, Jesus Christ, I've just done it without even thinking about it, and it does get like that the more you run. So I want to go back to what I used to do, my exercising. I'm not trying to make you do what I do when I do the exercises, but what I don't want to go in the bowl. I'm going to try some clothes on. We'll go to the shop, sorry, not the bowl. I think talking Hungarian again. We'll have a look at some. I'm thinking of getting some Under Armour, because Under Armour do. I know these other competitors now, but Under Armour are British as well, isn't it? So. I'll have a look. I mean, I've got some trainers what I've got now, these Reebok. But I've never really bought proper running clothes in the tight gear, you know what I mean? They're like the women wear for the gym. And the professional men. I've never really bought any of that. And, you know, I've gone running in normal, like, sweaty tracksuits. Like cheap Everlast, just for running and stuff. But now all them clothes now I just wear for doing the dogs cleaning up. I've got holes all over them and stuff. But I'm thinking now, taking it a bit more serious and get some proper running gear. Let my legs breathe. Somewhat like they take the damp away, don't they, in the sweat. And also they've got compression on your legs, aren't they, on your joints and muscles and everything. So yeah, so I'll be doing a 5k run probably every other day, and I'll try and do some my body weight 20 minutes in between as well. So I'll do videos on it. Now I don't particularly when I've done body weight and when I've done my exercises, like some people who go bodybuilding, they go to the gym and they'll do the back, their arms, the chest, the legs, different parts of the body on different days. You get some who probably do a bit of a mixture, but I think some of these more professional people work on certain parts of the body different days, so they get in more intense training, don't they? I don't do that. I'll just do my press ups. I do as many press ups. I do so many press ups, and I don't do press ups till I just stop, because I say, right, I'm going to do 20 or I'm going to do 10, then just stop. But I'll wait up as I go along. You do it how you want to do it then. Because once I've done that, I'll probably have about 10 seconds breathing off it, just have a little bit, and then I'll go on to like pull-ups, bar hanging. I mean, I do a lot of bar hanging before. I do a lot of bar hanging before. So a car just flashed me out, and he didn't have to let me out. I was letting him go. I got me pull-up bar. I used to do hanging on it, which is good for your back, because I had a back injury when I was about 18 when I worked at Buisness, the warehouse. I pulled a load of I pulled a blue pallet, Shep pallet, the heavy ones, and it had still had probably about 2 layers of like. I think it was bubble bath and everything like that, boxers and soaps and things. And the way I bent over and pulled it and dragged it, I pulled me I slipped a disc on my back. So don't do any stupid things like that. Just try to be a hero because you've got muscles and things. It doesn't work like that. Life ain't like that. I made mistakes, and you know what? It's never ever healed up. You know, I mean, what was it? It's only the other week. All I did was, I was on the computer, but I was doing some, for my YouTube, I was doing some work. And I was sort of leaning over. 10 minutes later, I think I just got up. And the pain at the bottom of my back, and it was one of them pains where it was sort of niggly, but it hadn't come out. It hadn't come out again. Or what it is, it don't come out. It's a bulging disc I've got. It touches the nerve. It's a bulging disc I've got. So, and I knew it. So all I did was I have got a compression belt, one of those to pull it back. But I know how to deal with it now. And probably about an hour later, it had gone. It's just how you deal with it. So don't be doing silly things, try to be a hero. Because I've always had decent muscles in my arms. Always, even when I was at school, I always had decent muscles in my arms. It doesn't make you a hero try to lift things. I've done it at the Toyota job with 70 kilogram electric truck chargers for the big trucks. And one got stuck into the metal meshing on the floor, what gets the tyre gripping. And the way they use these chargers, they get bolted down into warehouses, into the concrete floor. And they've got like a little bit of a metal bottom on them, or separate. And as I twisted this charger to twist it across the floor in the trailer, it got stuck. And as I twisted, my back went, it actually went. And I'll tell you something now, I was actually going up to Scotland, but I had to go into a depot first at our depot at Warrington, and I couldn't walk, and the drivers were saying to me, "You alright?" I went, "No, my back's gone," and I couldn't get into my cab. I sat there like dead stiff, and what happened was I did try and do the job and told the boss, I said, "Look, I'll try, and obviously I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Scotland, but I'll try and take the goods to the trucks to Warrington." And I got down the A50 going towards Stoke-on-Trent. I think I only got as far as Derby, where the big Toyota, where they do the Toyota cars. And I leaned forward slightly just to turn the radio in the lorry, because it sits in the middle on the dashboard. That was it. The pain, I just could not move. I just had to, I couldn't even drive. The pain was that bad. So you're frightened because you can just collapse on it. It used to just put me straight on the floor when it proper touched the nerve. And if you start laughing, that makes it triple worse. Because sometimes I'll start laughing with the pain, and then I'm in agony. I mean, you're gonna laugh. When I was at my mum's house, my back went, and I collapsed on the settee sofa. Mum goes, "What's up with you? What's up with you?" I said, "My back's gone, Mum, my back's gone again, it's gone." She went, "Oh, get up." And I went, "I can't get up." And she started pulling at me. Then I fell on the floor, rolled like a big fatty roly-poly onto the floor. I was in agony, and she's shouting at me, "Oh, what are you going to do?" And I was supposed to be on the floor for nearly an hour. Couldn't do anything. Massive org. So yeah, it's not worth it getting these injuries, because they never ever clear up. They can reoccur if you do something silly. Sneezing, coughing, can do it. But I'm going to get back to how it used to be. I'm 51 now, right? I've never felt so unfit. Never felt so unfit, and I was never like this. Before 2016, I was never like this. I mean, yeah, I'll put a picture up. It's not a naked picture, so I don't think it's the way I've got a picture where I'm here. You should see me. I look mint. And do you know what? It's because I can put muscle on really, really quick. I'm not one of them people who has struggles with muscle. I'm not one of them who has to train hard to make my muscles stand out. And I look really, really good. And I know 2016 is you know what, it's 5 years away, 5 years gone. I know that. But I've not done anything, and it's just not me. And I've got this breathing problem. I'm in the house all the time. I'm just not the same person. And I'm coming back to England this year, because once I get to the house, get the dog sorted out, I'll be able to come back to England. So I'll be driving back to England. I've got so much to do. Anyway, I'm off to Decathlon. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at some clothes. We're going to look at some clothes, some nice keep fit gear, so I can start doing my keep fit. Now what I do want to, so I can start doing all my exercises, what I do want to know, would you guys prefer me to, because I think this is why I'm not getting the views, I'm not getting the subscribers. Now, is it bothering people that my channel is so mixed? Because I know that is a big problem on YouTube. People don't know whether they're coming or going, because some people like cars, some people like travel, some people like food, some people like dogs, German shepherds. You know, like there's been, my life is a mixture. I like doing all sorts. Would you rather me set up separate channels for my videos, start setting up separate channels, or would you rather me just keep it all, or subscribe to my channel and just keep it as it is? Because the only problem is, I know there's these keep fit channels, but there's only so much you can do in there, let's admit. I mean, you don't want to see me doing the same thing. I was going to get a running machine, but you know what? I like to go out. I like to go out on there. I like to actually go out with the countryside. I'd love to have a run in it. I used to love walking dogs, but when I get the other house, see how we go, I might start taking the dogs out at the other house. Like, whatever dogs are in the field, they won't need it, but I'm going to be doing keep fit in the field and things like that. So you're just going to have to just let me know what you want me to do. Alright. I'll let you have a look where I'm driving, see these lovely Miskolcs. Nice weather, isn't it? Look at the lovely blue sky. You can come in the changing rooms with me and have a look at my clothes. See, we'll try to have a look at some of these clothes and stuff I'm going to be buying. If I see some trainers, I might buy some more. Because I tell you what, I'll soon get some, soon wear them rubber out, you know. I'll tell you what, I mean, I know this is, you know, I think this noise on the car, we had the exhaust welded, because I always said I wouldn't spend any money on it. See that idiot? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm glad I've got a camera going now, because you can see the idiots driving. I tell you what, it still drives all right, but I think that noise, you know, I think it's the exhaust has been welded up and pushed up so high. I think it's vibrating on the chassis. I think that's what it is. Do you know what? I've gone like really happy. You know why? Because I'm going to start doing my exercises. It makes me feel so happy, you know. You just look how ripped I'm going to get now. Not ripped like ripped, because I don't like that, but you just look how my stomach will just disappear. And then with me 20 minutes of, look, I can't sit behind this idiot. And then with that 20 minutes exercise, I'll be a completely different person. You just imagine what I'm going to be like. I'm going to look fantastico. Not sure if the Sports Direct here is I've been here before in Miskolcs. It's at the back end of Miskolcs where I did that video when I went to the Mercedes garage. But they don't seem, the shops they have here don't seem as big as the ones like you have in England. Oh, I just thought I'd let you all know, Oreo, the dog that had his ears done, didn't take him back to the vets. Oh, he's a complete different dog. Do you know what? He's back to being on top again, isn't he? He's the alpha male. He's the alpha male. It's just amazing. It's a bit like us. It's like people, when we feel low, when I'm depressed, I can't fight, you know, when I'm depressed or low. I admit that. I'm just saying, I can't. I'm not the same. Or when you're ill, Oreo, God, he's a different dog. His ears are up. He's barking again. He was never barking. He's got his dominant behaviour back. Like when Kai, who's always together, tries to be barking at him. He grabs him on his top of his head, on his nose, because he's being the boss, basically, telling him to behave himself. Absolutely unbelievable. He's a completely different dog. So if your dogs are suffering with their ears, please go and get them done. It's really important. He's a complete different animal now. It's lovely. Problem is, I wish this cold weather would go so I can so I can use the hose pipe. We've had to use go into the ice water. It's really expensive here, you know, water is, you know. So that's why I have the pump in the garden. But we covered the pump up with nylon, with nylon and everything. The outdoor pump, or pumps water from under the ground. But it's knackered again, isn't it? Cracked it. Water's gone all over. So I do need a more powerful one at the other house. I mean, what should have done? I should have kept it in the presser, really, in the bar, in the pub. Kept it indoors. I mean, I don't think it's been as cold as it, like it says, like it was in 2016, 2017, around 2018 here. I mean, we was going into minus 20 odd then. I mean, I think the maximum we've had here for just a couple of days is minus 10. And then we've had some minus 8s, 5s. But nothing drastic. But they did say on the weather report 2 days ago that there's a load of snow coming again. So I think, like I said, I think if the snow comes again, I think that will be it. But the sun's getting more powerful now. You know what? It's not a bad little car, really. This, you know, for its age. You know, it's not really been looked after. It's had a couple of services while I've been here. Only because I said to my girlfriend it needs to be serviced. But the reason why all the lacquer's come off and the paint, because Sunsea's mum's never looked after it, never washed it. When I came here, it had its first wash, but all the lacquer'd come off because it's been left in the sun. You have to be very, very careful. All the red cars here, like that van in front, if you look at it, the back door, there's no lacquer. Red cars, you really need to get loads of polymer on top, loads of protection on the cars. I tell you what, it's quite busy down this end, down the other end. This is that area where I walked when I walked to Mishkot Centre, when I took the car to the garage. When it had been raining. I mean, I know if a lot of you guys, you think, oh, why does he do all this videoing? I'd say why I do a lot of videoing and I do a lot of talking. I like to talk, but I like to let you know what I'm doing. And that's why I like to let the camera run also when I'm driving sometimes, so you can see where I'm going and what it's like. Because if you don't see it, you're not really going to understand sometimes when I try and talk about Hungary. I like you to see how they live and the way everything is. Holland, Mercedes, Dutch. Now he's probably Hungarian. He might have a family like me, or he might be full Hungarian, or he might be just like my dad, family, and they live in Holland. You get a lot of that. Same with the Italians who come here as well. Well, the Italian cars you see, and Slovakia and everything. Now you're gonna look at this now. This right-hand lane, these two lanes turn right. That one says Shell, that one says Tesco. But if it's really busy and you can't see the road, you just imagine that it's two lanes going in down here. So you have to be very careful, because people here, they get really pissed off, and I don't know why. It's pathetic. There's Sports Direct in Tesco. I think we'll park in here in this parking area. There's Obi. Obi's like, it's German. It's actually a German company. A lot in Hungary. I think Obi's, it is German. It's a bit like B&Q, what we have in England. I can't say much about, when I don't say anything about America and everything, it's because I'm from England, so I'm just trying to compare, you know, shops to England. Not that I'm being ignorant about other countries. So don't think that, oh, just because I mention England. Of course, I love all of you. You're all my team, my posse. Anyway, we're at Sports Direct Tesco here. You have to drive your lights on, by the way. Important, lights always on. Like my Mercedes, it's got running lights, so it's fine. But like this car, it hasn't got running lights, so you should always have your lights on. You don't really need to do it in when I'm in Mesochite, in the small towns. But once you leave the town, you're supposed to have your lights on. But people put the lights on, just continuously put the lights on. Right. So what I'm going to do is, okay. You're coming with me. Leave that there. Got my money. Everything's locked. Keys. Left in gear, because I never trust the handbrake on this, even though it does work. Quite a mixture here. Some of the stuff I couldn't find in Under Armour, but I've got, I think, one Carrymore, but I've got shop. See, I've got some shorts, some Under Armour shorts. Let's have a look. An XL, Under Armour XL. I'll try the large. Yeah, definitely the large. It's got to be the one. Still looking good for 51. That's XL. I think that looks alright. I don't want it skin tight. I think that looks alright, do you? don't want to get large to do this with. The only one I could find was thick. Yeah, I love that. Alright, well. Yeah, loving that. Not bad for 51. So, got myself some gear. You seen me modelling my gear, didn't you? Obviously I've got to watch how I do it, not do it all proper. Bought some stuff. I got like a mixture. I didn't really want to get. I don't think there's anything wrong with carrying on. I've heard bad reviews about the trainers, but there wasn't that much Under Armour. I mean, I've got probably about 3-4 pieces of Under Armour, and then I got a New Balance or Asics. I can't remember. Some more tops. What else? Oh, I mean, I had to put one pair of Under Armour back because long ones because you're gonna laugh. They were large, but even though they were large, which is normally what I would get in pants and stuff like that, they was too tight. Far too tight. I mean, they all are tight, but these were like, I couldn't really get them on properly. I couldn't put them up to my waist, my big arse. I ain't got a big arse really. So the large in that, the large XL, one pair of XL shorts I had to go back because normally I'm large, and then I had to get then put the large the tight leggings type things back. So the rest of the stuff I bought. So I've got like shorts like large, tops and the tight ballerina leggings are all XL. Because I'm a bit awkward really. I'm sort of XL, but I like my clothes to fit as well. So I have to sort of, it can be a bit difficult sometimes because it's like I've got a black Boss pullover, sweat top. And it's quite dresser, right? And it didn't have an XL, so I got the large. And at the time, I thought, oh, it'd probably be all right. Like a twat, idiot. I didn't try it on, and like, I put it on now, with a t-shirt underneath, say like, because this weather, and it's just too tight. So that might be going to donations, because I'm clearly XL. I'm not. You know what? I'm not a big fat guy. I mean, you can see me, can't you? I'm not a big fat. I think I'm heavily built with muscle. I can't help it. It's my build. So I'm saying to you, I've not done any training. You know, and even when I look at myself, I think, Jesus Christ. I don't feel big. I don't feel big now, and I've never felt like that. But I have got a belly on me. I feel I've got a bit of a belly. So I need to get my chest a bit more firmed up. But that'll all come with me when I start to burn. So you got to be careful when you're running, because when you're running, you can get rid of your muscle as well. So you have to be ever so careful. You have to play it right. So I'll just do a mixture. Try and eat plenty of chicken, broccoli, vegetables. But I find that if I'm doing exercise, I've never really been. I tell you what, never really been one of these what I call careful eaters. But what I have always said, what is the worst thing for me is biscuits. I'm a proper Englishman, aren't I? I do love a digestive biscuit and a cup of tea or ginger snap. I love a ginger biscuit and a good dip in my tea. Problem with me, I start off with a packet, and by the end of the day, I've ate an old packet to myself. Not deliberately being greedy, it's just like one of them scenarios, you know, when you dip a biscuit. If you like dipping a biscuit in a cup of tea, I'm a tea drinker. If you like dipping a biscuit in a cup of tea, anybody who knows, you see that packet and you enjoy that taste. So then you just do another biscuit. And then you just have to do another biscuit. And that's me all over. So, and unfortunately, we ain't got them biscuits here. God, I miss England. Don't have all the nice biscuits. There's some imported digestive biscuits, yeah, but they're expensive. But they tend to be all like, I like the milk chocolate, but I love a plain one. A ginger snap, ginger biscuit, ooh. Jammy Dodger, ooh. Ooh. Custard cream, ooh. But my worst thing, which I'm so happy that I don't do anymore, I don't eat bread with my dinner. I've cut down on bread loads, but I don't mind having the odd sandwich now and again. Like I love my favourites, like cheese and onion. Cheese and onion sandwich, some nice little cherry tomatoes, some nice tomatoes, a bit of salt on top. And a packet of crisps. But I don't really eat bread no more. I'm so happy. I was used to be bread crazy. Just can't do it no more. It makes me feel sick. And I tell you still what I struggle with, which I love. Eggs. It's starting to make me feel really sick now. Every time I eat scrambled egg or anything. I don't know what it is. I loved eggs. I've always used to love egg sandwiches when I was putting a lot of egg sandwiches with cress. And salad cream or mayonnaise. Used to be salad cream I used to put a lot of. And it's just like, just eggs now, I feel sick. I feel so sick after. So, looks like it's the road to recovery, I call it. My road to recovery. You know what I mean? You'd carry on as if I'm really unfit. You know, it's this asthma problem I've got. Clearly it's been in the house too much. Got 2 dogs. I might be a little bit allergic to the fur. You get all sorts of allergies when you've got like problems like me, because I've always had, because everybody used to smoke in my family when I was younger in the house, like people did in pubs. Used to kill me when it's one night's out, you know, and get back home. Yeah, it made me pretty ill. Anyway, can't wait to start this jogging. It's going to be hard at first, even doing the 20 minutes exercise. I mean, I know it's 20 minutes. I mean, we all say, don't we? What's an hour in a day of exercise? What's 20? Yeah, it's nothing. But I can understand, like, I mean, I know I don't work, but I'm still pretty busy. But the way I look at it, it's a big contributor to my YouTube anyway, so even though it's work, it's a big work. I still got to do videos of it still, like what I'm doing now. Right, how you doing everybody? Just a quick one update on yesterday, what I bought. So I got this A6, excuse the cough, got this A6 XL, bit of running clothes that one is, that's nice, polo. It's some nice Under Armour. I got these in XL because the large, they're a little bit too tight. I ain't got big fat legs, but they are tight. And I didn't want to have them too tight, so I thought XL was just right. XL is still tight on the skin. But they're nice, they are. So I've got some Under Armour bottoms. And this, I just couldn't find a decent lined running jacket. The only one I could find was this Carrymore. It's got a bit of fluorescent on the back. Got a zip all the way down. Got some zip pockets. I mean, it wasn't anything I was going for Carrymore, but I was going for. You tend to always try and go for sometimes higher end, but that is really nice. That is. It's got a nice lining inside. Yeah, I really do like that. It's got this good zips. Ignore this, it's not size 10, it's just I've got these hangers just so I can show you the clothes. And then got obviously a Nike with a little zip halfway down. Dry fit, these are all like soak up all the sweat and everything. Got more fluorescent on the back. In case of any low flying birds. The shorts. I didn't need XL in the shorts, so I got some New Balance. Got them in a large, quite nice. I'll try so you can see them a little bit better. Nothing much to look at. Some black lightweight shorts, were ideal for summer. Some New Balance. More shorts, Under Armour, basically the same, lightweight. All in all, for everything I've got here. So 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of black shorts, lightweight shorts, Nike top, ballerina, some running ballerina, tight shorts, and this Carrymore, which is alright. All come to around £133. I've never ever bought any proper running gear. This is the first time. So take it a bit more serious. So, and then I'll start doing my training. So I might even go for a run now. You know how I get on. Anyway, have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Alright, later.